Dr. Light. What happened? Is that you, Mega Man? Base went berserk after I completed his repairs. He stole the parts for the new enhancements. Now is not the time to slow down, game. Base? I can't believe it. Game. Believe it, Mega Man. Bass and treble are my creations. I knew that you would be stupid enough to trust him and allow him access to the lab. Now, bass and treble will use the enhancements meant. Stop it, game, please. The enhancements meant for you and Rush. My gosh, this is terrible. I apologize for that, people. I'll make you pay, Wily. I apologize for that. Anyway, everyone. Welcome to another part of Mega Man 7, and I apologize for that very low frame rate thing, but there's nothing I can do. I think it might be my recorder that's doing that, but... Game! Anyway, yeah, with that, we can enter the Wily stages. And I'm sorry if that last part ended abruptly, but game! 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 I cannot play you at this frame rate. Game for Ugh. Hey everyone, I'm back, and I'm sorry about that. I fixed the issue now. I just restarted my computer and changed a few things. I messed a little bit with the emulator settings, but, yeah, we're gonna do the Wily stage now. So anyway, this level, the Wily stages are pretty cool. I liked them in this game. But that issue my computer was having, it just, when I started recording the ZSNES emulator, the frame rate would just go down to like 25 to 20 frames per second. It was just like, I don't know why, but I played a little bit around with it, and it works now, I hope. But anyway, yeah. Sorry about that cutscene, though. I don't think I'll be able to, like, do that unless I, like, re-record it, but I'm not really going to. So anyway, this... The way it works with this floor is when you're on the ground, the lights will be off, but anytime you're jumping or not on the ground, it will be, lit up. Kind of interesting, but... And here, we use Rush Jet, which I don't think I've showed off yet, but it's the exact same as how it works. You get an extra life. And I might want to equip the super adapter here. The super adapter is definitely very helpful in the Wily latest levels. I've never done a playthrough of this game where I don't have the super adapter, so I wouldn't really know what it's like to go without it, but, you know, I imagine it's possible. You know, these spinning platforms on the, like, incomplete areas, they'll just flip around and you won't be able to be on them. And they have buttons on them which turn off the lights. You know. They're all pretty interesting levels. I do like these Wily stages. They're not too hard. Because, like, I was playing replaying Mega Man 2 the other day, and I never realized, wow, the Wily Castle is actually really difficult in this game. It's not the hardest, I wouldn't say, but, yeah, there's an E-Tank up there if you want to get it. You can just use the, super adapter to get that. I don't know what that was all about, but anyway. You are far too weak, Mega Man. Wily may fear you, but I do not. Alright, so we got a battle with Base here. I believe you could use either the Noise Crush or the Rocket Punch, but, you know, this works just fine. Run when we go see you, Mega Man, but I'll be back. But I do like this attention to detail. His weakness is supposedly the Noise Crush, Shade Man's weapon, and you found him all beaten up in Shade Man's stage. I actually really like that attention to detail. Yeah, that's pretty cool. The one thing I'm not a huge fan about the Wily stage, the boss are kind of annoying. Anyway, here we come to the first boss, who's weak against the Slash Claw. It is Gutsman 2.0. This is basically just an upgraded version of Gutsman. He was completely different though. Basically, when he jumps like that, a rock will fall down, and basically if you can hit with the Slash Claw, it'll hit into him, and yeah. And then he does this attack, which I swear is unavoidable. He'll just charge at you and throw you at the ceiling. I swear it is unavoidable, because I have never once avoided it. And yeah, that's that. It can be a pretty annoying fight if you get unlucky, but otherwise it's not that bad. And alright, and oh yeah, unlike the other Mega Man games, you can actually, you exit out of the Wily stages once you beat one of them, and you can actually go back to Auto Shop if you want, or any other levels. So basically your weapon energy will refill also, so that kind of makes these Wily levels a little easier, but I don't really mind it that much, honestly. Yeah, I don't really have that much of a problem, because, you know, especially in, like, the last part or so of the castle, you will probably need access to that shop. Definitely. Anyway, Wily 2. Oh. There's not really too much to say about this level, honestly. Pretty simple. I can't really think of anything to say. It's pretty simple, this level. Nothing really to talk about. Here I actually recommend equipping this super adapter. Okay, that might worry me because I don't want there to be another huge frame rate drop issues like before. Also, if you notice any sort of quality difference, I actually played a little bit around with the Z-SNES settings, and like I watched someone's video online. They said you have to do this to record with graphs in Z-SNES, and like I never did that, so I'm trying it right now to see if it's better. I don't know. Hopefully it is. And yeah, these Sniper Joes die in one hit with the Rocket Punch. I think it's called Rocket Punch. That's what I've always called it. I don't know if that's actually its official name. But anyway, here, mini boss again. Base again. Ah, my wait is over. This time the mighty Mega Man shall fall. Treble attack. Base has his own super adapter. So I guess maybe originally the super adapter was going to be like given to you, but then they gave it to Base. Anyway, like last time, you can use the Rocket Punch. It's pretty useful on him. I think Noise Crush is useful, but I don't know. This punch attack, that punch attack of his is pretty hard to dodge. And I died. Oops. Oh, whoa. I killed him as he killed me. I find that kind of funny. That's happened to me on several occasions on many different bosses. I don't think it's ever happened to me there, but yeah. So let's try that again, shall we? Yeah, your wait is over. Mega Man will fall. But, you know, Can't skip this dialogue, sorry. A lot of people find this dialogue very annoying. And a lot of people say 7 has the worst intro because of the dialogue. I don't really mind it that much, because when I play Mega Man 7, I usually skip over a lot of it with fast forward features. But obviously I'm not going to for this Let's Play. Oh yeah, by the way, you actually... Supposedly this room is, like, filled with, like, air. That, like... air currents, so you can jump pretty high. And there we go, that's better. It's not that hard, but... Again, he can, like, troll you really bad if you get unlucky. Why? Why can't I destroy him? And he flees with 1 ounce of health left. And I don't think there's anything up here. Nope, nothing. Okay, and, I like how the Rocket Punch just, like, avoided that guy and just went after the segmented piece. Even though, like, didn't mean anything. Be right back. Sorry about that. Just got a little interruption, not an introduction. Sorry about that. Yeah, I really can't control that. And, because, like, my mom just came home. And, I'm kind of hoping my dad doesn't come home in the time that, I like do this, because the thing about my dad is he just barges into my room without knocking and all that, and I always want to tell him, can you please just knock before entering my room, but I really don't have the heart to tell him that, honestly. I know I should, like, stand up for my... Wow, I'm terrible there. E-Tank. There's other E-Tanks. Yeah, okay, let's get serious. There we go, much better. But yeah, I don't really have the heart to tell him, can you please knock before entering my room? It's kind of annoying. And, yeah, I probably should one of these days, but... this room's kind of annoying, because these bat enemies, I swear they don't, like, respond to you being there. Uh-oh. My counter on my Fraps recorder tells me it dropped to 30, but then rose back to 60. Let's just hope it stays at 60 or 30 or whatever. I don't know, I have my settings to record this at 30, but the counter tells me it's 60, so... Well, 60 frames is pretty good, but... Anyway. Okay, this boss can be very annoying. It's weak to the Wild Coil. And actually a tip for if you want to charge up the Wild Coil, you can just, what you can do is just hit the pause button, then hit the button to charge it, so you don't have to waste any. But this turtle is pretty annoying. And he shoots that fire at you, which will do continuous damage, which you can get out of early just by, like, mashing left and right like that. And then what happens is he'll take off, like, his shell, and the innards will have these little baby turtle enemies, which you have to destroy. They can be very annoying. The best strategy I have is just put on the super adapter and use the Rocket Punch to destroy them. And yeah, the Wild Coil, because you can only hit him when his head pops out, and, like, he retracts it in very easily, it can be pretty annoying. I don't want the Proto Shield, I want the super adapter. This is how I usually fight him, personally. It works pretty well, and, you know, there's not really much issues with it. Yeah, it's kind of repetitive also. Oh, yeah, this flame attack right there. Just tap left and right rapidly to get out of it. Yeah, like, see there when they were, like, spinning and, like, about to rise up? That attack is very annoying to dodge. And here you just gotta do your sliding thing. Right. And eventually he'll just touch down and... Yeah. So, what'd you guys think of E3? I thought it was pretty cool. I mostly pay attention to the Nintendo stuff, but the thing that caught my eye the most that wasn't Nintendo was that new Conker thing they teased, Project Spark. I mean, I've never played Conker's Bad Fur Day, but it looks like an interesting game. And, you know, that new Conker thing, it gave me hope for fans of the series. But, you know, if any of you watch JonTron, you'll know he made a video stating his disappointment that he didn't like the announcement. And, I'm like, you're being... I apologize for that. My mom interrupted me again. I'm really sorry about that. This is why I generally like to record when I'm alone. And that's why when, like, because it's summer now, it'll be easier. Anyway, Wily 3. Let's get another one of the super adapter outs. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm spamming super adapter, but it's just that useful. I really can't help it. It's the metal blade of Mega Man 7, though it's not nearly as broken. In recent playthroughs of Mega Man 2, I've actually barely ever used the metal blade, just because I want to limit myself. You know, the metal blade is very overpowered and all that. Here, I'm just going to switch to the Proto Shield so I can get back. And by the way, if I did a poor job explaining what the in Cloudman stage, if you don't use the freeze cracker on that robot guy with the platforms will look like, this is basically it. They will only be in like tunnel vision as if it were dark. And this is pretty much how it'd be like if you didn't make it snowy in Cloudman stage. Yeah, going back to E3, I kind of thought that Conquer thing was kind of interesting. I'm glad they brought it back, but I just hope it's not like Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, because a lot of die-hard fans of the series don't like that game. I've never played it, but it doesn't look that bad from what I've seen. Well, I'm not. Well, N64 is probably the Nintendo console I played the least, and it's probably kind of why it would become probably my least favorite. Well, not my least favorite, but it's the one I've played the least, so I don't have much experience with it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the worst Nintendo console, in my opinion, is the Virtual Boy. And even I'll admit, the Virtual Boy could have been good. It just wasn't. And I want to get one as a joke one day. Oh, and this is the... And remember, back in Burstman stage where I said there were, 2 appearances of its appearing and disappearing blocks in the whole game? This is the second one. I never bothered to learn the pattern here, so I'm just going to use Rush Jet. And also because here, you can get an E-Tank, an S-Tank, and a W-Tank. So if you don't want to buy an S-Tank from Auto, you can get it right there. And I'm just going to, use one of the blocks to get through here. And we got another dinosaur enemy. Just keep mashing that shoot button, or use a turbo button if you have access to one. And, you know, I do have access to a turbo button. Here, I'll demonstrate it right now. But I don't really want to use it. I also have access to save states, but again, I don't want to use them. And this is boss is weak to the noise crush. This is what light meant by it'll bounce off. Basically, if you shoot something, it reflects off it and it comes into you, then it'll power it up. It doesn't charge normally like others. It makes it pretty interesting. Anyway, this guy is pretty annoying. His weak point is the nose, or the face. Just the face area, the nose and the eyes. That area. Not the mouth, I'm pretty sure. But, yeah. Yeah, this boss can be pretty annoying. I found it pretty annoying when I first played the game, because, you know, you need to know where to hit it right, because otherwise it'll be pretty annoying. And you also have to be careful because those missiles hurt if they hit. Oh, and you don't need to be on the missiles necessarily to hurt him. You can just do that if you want. It's just a little easier to do it this way. And he can hit you pretty... Yeah, that's the case. So... Oh, okay, good. I did it. I think my thoughts back. So, I'm just going to prepare for interruption. No. Frame rate. Much better. So, I'll see you guys in the finale. Goodbye, and I'll see you all then. Bye.